Hi, welcome to Metro Exodus. This is going to be the third and I believe the final chapter of the Metro series, and we're going to go ahead and do a full playthrough on it. Now, this is going to be an almost blind run on it. At one point I have watched a really old playthrough of it. It's been a couple of years now. As well, I did go ahead and play more or less up through the tutorial section of the game, just so I had an idea of what the controls were like, because they have done some drastic shiftovers away from the originals. But we are going to go ahead and get started with a brand new game here. And we are going to actually overwrite this one. You can see I just did it the other day. And we are going to do Ranger Hardcore. Going to make it incredibly challenging. There's no targeting, no HUD, very little ammo. This is just going to be a hell of a trip because unlike the other games where I actually knew what I was doing, this is going to be about as difficult as I can possibly make this. So, weapons degrade faster, workbenches could be fixed or scarcer, which is a new mechanic in the game. So let us, and we're actually going to do the full dive as well. So, yep, there's no hints, none of this stuff here. The only thing that's going to be there is the backpack interface, which is like a mobile crafting system. We'll talk about that into the future. So, veteran Metro player, well, I've definitely played a lot of it. I don't know if I'm any good, but let's get started. Alright, and I am so looking forward to playing this. Ever since I've seen the first clips of this, I've really wanted to get my hands on this game, and now I think I'm finally at a point to do it.
Life before the war. I remember that we used to be different. Used to live up there, on the surface. We used to be the masters of the whole world. We built gigantic cities of glass and steel. We crossed the oceans at will. And we also conquered the skies. There used to be 7 billion of us. We were not born for life in the tunnels. I was born to breathe fresh air, and I remember it. The 7 billion were wiped out by the last war. Only 50,000 managed to survive underground, with the surface poisoned, burnt, and teeming with horrible monsters. One day the radiation on the surface might subside, and our grandchildren or their grandchildren might be able to return there. At least that's what my brothers in arms from the Order believe. Basically, there was no hope for us right off the start. Still, we humans are just too bad at surrendering. We tried to make the best of what we had, banded together, and worked to make the Metro our new home. After all, it might well be the only place left on Earth for humans to live. For a time, we thought we could make it. But, regrettably, the war didn't kill our bad habits. In the relative safety of the tunnels, corruption festered. And when danger came from above the ground, only a few of us stood against it, our numbers dwindling by the day. But I remember we were born for a better life, and I can't accept that I'm destined to grow old and die underground. I don't care if I'm called an idiot. But if even a single shard of the old world still exists out there, I have to find it. Between endless years of hopeless existence and even a single moment of hope, I must choose hope. I must find that signal.
And that's one of the reasons that I quite like Artyom, his endless optimism. And that was a really great sequence. That's a really good way, I think, of kind of rehashing what happened in the previous Metro games, without doing too much exposition. I do believe they did confirm, actually, that we've gotten the canon endings to both of the Metro games so far. So at the end of the first Metro game, 2033, you do you bomb the Dark One's habitat. And at the end of the second one, you do actually get, I think it's called the Redemption ending, where you're saved by the small Dark One and the rest of them. Those are the two canon endings, so we are actually progressing with the canon story to Metro Exodus here. And before anyone is curious, yes, I will actually be doing the DLC as well. I think it's called I have the two Colonels and I have Sam's story, and I need to find out which one of those are canonically the ones to do. Either way, both of them will get recorded, provided that they run and I don't have any issues. I had a couple problems getting this to launch properly for some reason. But our team is now on the surface, and we've been spending time trying to find signals from any outborn radio, trying to find any other survivors or enclaves or something out there. And we are apparently done with that search, and we're now going to go down back underground and try to make our way back to the Metro to link up with some of our friends. Looks like our team broke the ladder, so we're just going to go ahead and drop on down, I think. Perfect. Alright, so we can go ahead, we make sure we have a round chambered. So this is apparently some new type of shotgun thing we have going on. Let's see, this is the same control scheme for that. Oops, let's not activate that. And I think getting through here is going to mean we get to take off our mask. Oh, yep, and of course we do have some Watchmen in play. We do need to watch out for them. So this game actually has a new... Oh, yep, there we go. All of the lovely spider bits from the from last lighter back. So something that's going to be really interesting, I kind of learned this during the test run that I had done. This game is going to be a little slower. And it's going to be a little slower in the sense that... it takes more pressing and holding of E. I no longer can just spam my E key to get things, so when I actually first played it, up here there's actually this item. So if I just press E to grab it, you just can't do that. But if you press and hold, what it does is you actually end up swapping. And what we got there is actually an extended magazine. So instead, what we originally had was a 3-round rotary magazine of some kind for our shotgun. Now I think we have a 5 or 7 round magazine. And what's going to happen is all of these component parts and such are actually going to be swappable between them. So in the future, if I get this type of gun again, I'll actually be able to, in theory, as long as I haven't left the parts on the gun somewhere, I'll be able to actually swap them around. And I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's a really neat way of doing it, although I do think that that has led to drastic simplification of the weapons, which I'll be kind of curious to see how I end up liking that. What I have seen so far, I wasn't crazy about, because, you no longer have the sheer variety of the guns, and each one doesn't really have a benefit. Instead, apparently what it is I think all of the weapons that you find, you can end up... You just modify them to fit whatever fighting style that you have. So if you want, long-range gun, you go ahead and rig up an AK for long range. Oh, hello. Alright, our team, go ahead and kick its ass, buddy. And stab it or shoot it. Shoot it, perfect. Alright, so now we get the haul ass out of here, because we just summoned a whole horde of Watchmen. And yeah, for those of you who are curious, yes, they did apparently rework the design of the Watchmen for this game. They look a little bit more, I think one of my friends I was watching this with, they called them more bat-like, and they're not wrong. They do look different. They no longer look quite so wolf-like. They look weirder. It almost looks like they kind of went back to the aesthetic of the original 2033 monsters, where they had more kind of bugged-out eyes. They looked... I don't know the right word. More monstrous, maybe? All right, oh, and there's another one. Perfect. All right, our team, go ahead and do the stabbing. Ouch. Yeah, and our team's just not having a good time with it, apparently. I do hope that all of the clicking I'm doing isn't showing up. I don't remember how much I need to actually do. I think the cell takes over now as a cutscene. Oh yeah, and some of our friends are here helping us. There's some of our old friends from the Order, the Rangers. Yeah, our team apparently likes to make these trips onto the surface.
It's nighttime at the station. Don't worry. I told the doctors they'll be expecting him. Go! Looks like Artyom's been on another one of his mad trips up top. Hey, Duke, away from the D6. Where to now? Left, across the square. Hey, Damir, do you think the Colonel knows what Artyom been up to here? How am I supposed to know? Ask him yourself. He radioed from the ring, said he'd be here tomorrow. Hey, you! Leave him alone! I killed him myself with my slingshot. Let him learn to stand up for himself. How else can he hope to survive in the metro? Rise and shine, people! Hang in there, Artyom. You gonna get a fresh dose of Spartan blood now.
I do hope the audio is coming through okay. I've been having an issue where like it doesn't quite seem like it's playing properly. It's like it's playing in surround but reversed. And I haven't been able to figure it out. It's been really inconsistent. So hopefully these audios are coming through okay. Yes, and here is our lovely wife, Anna. And this is probably my favorite iteration of Anna in the entire series, actually.
Artyom, are you awake? It's okay. The doctor said you'll be fine. Are you trying to kill me with worry? What if next time you don't return from the surface? There's no one out there, Artyom. No one to find, no one to talk to. If there was, don't you think they'd be here already? We've talked about this again and again. You have to accept it. There's only us.
Colonel. Hello, Alex. There you are, you stubborn fool. How many times are we going to have this conversation? I don't care if you kill yourself over this silly dream of yours. But don't you see what you're doing to my daughter? Your wife?
Dad, please.
The Order is short on men after the battle for D6. But you leave. People need you, and you pursue your selfish obsession. But now this shit has to stop. There's only Metro, nothing else. And the Order is here to defend it. Because if not us, then who? You look fine to me. So, get ready to go. Then, we'll discuss your transfer to police. Come, we need to talk.
I'll get the doctor. Artyom, please. Promise me this was the last time. I'll see you later.
Artyom, we managed to bring you back from the brink, but people are giving you their blood, which could save so many wounded, and you keep bringing it back irradiated. Don't you think that is unfair?
Yeah, so apparently this keeps happening where Artyom...
I can't promise I'll be able to bring you back next time.
Where Artyom apparently goes up to the surface and he gets just completely irradiated. And I guess they have to keep on doing blood transfusions to take care of him because even his blood is getting, like, covered in radiation. Which is a pretty significant problem. Let's go and do a little explore. Oh yeah, I can still turn on and off lights. That's nice. I still got my sprint options here. Oh, what are you guys up to? Are you blind, kid?
Uncle Artyom, Don't worry. I believe you. Will you take me with you when you find the clean place outside?
Why are you labeled as teen? You look like you're like 6. You look like you don't like me. Probably for a good reason if your kid is going up there. Yeah.
Illusions into his head. I don't want him going crazy like you.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm apparently a known troublemaker.
No antibiotics, no
And then
super
these...
threat, which is why we can't afford to have our best fighters taking unnecessary risks.
Yeah, and these guys are talking about why I'm being an asshole and going up there. So, let's go on out here and let's go see what Miller and Anna are talking about. So Miller's trying to convince her to go to Polis with him, apparently. I'm just going to go ahead and go join my wife. So, let's hop out there. Yeah, Miller is still very, very not happy with me, apparently.
I can't believe my eyes. Artyom, you're alright. You gave us a scare, brother. Artyom, how are you, friend? I see you're alright. This calls for a celebration.
A few more scars and you will be completely irresistible to any woman. Speaking of which,
Alyosha,
how
you're
are the
the
nurses
usual
in the hospital,
suspect.
huh?
Could you just stop crowding him?
Yep, and you can go ahead and see we have a whole group of people out there, which is,
Alright, you're all dismissed.
I do get a kick out of the fact that one of them is apparently named Idiot. Oh yeah, and we get 2 hours to go ahead and hang out. And I think these guys are some of the only real survivors from the last fight for D6. Or if they're not the last survivors, they're apparently Artyom's like close friends from this section. Something to that effect, ever since we lost Ullman. Because he was confirmed, I think, have died at the end of Last Light. Which is a real shame, too. And of course, they talked about this being the last time, and of course, our team goes back to the surface and still looks. Because our team's a fucking troublemaker.
More of nothing? Artyom, the only thing I can hear is that Geiger counter ticking. Yes, and there's also those damn things. Calling all the time. Let's go home, dear, please. Don't you think I'd also love to live on an ocean beach or in a green forest? But what good are these fantasies in a silent world? Silent, Artyom? Because it's dead. We took our time. Time to replace our filters.
Alright, go ahead. That's a replace filter button. I think why. Yep, that's still that. Apparently the filters last for 3 minutes. And this is one of the first new add-ons to the guns here. We have like a weird micro red dot, which is the little bit that I've used it. It's actually been much, much better than the weird reflex holographic cheap looking thing that we had in Last Light.
All these ruins?
Why, yes, I have. I believe so. If not all of them, most of them.
All the destruction. And Moscow had the best anti-air defenses in the country. If this is how it looks now, imagine how the rest of the world looks.
Alright, let's go just make sure there's nothing else in the surrounding area. I don't believe that there is, but just so we can go ahead and make sure that it's there. And let's see. Alright, so it looks like the only gun that I have, unless they've changed the control scheme... Oh,
Scare a demon away. It was getting too comfortable here.
good job, Anna. I believe that, unless they change the control scheme, I do only have this AK right now. And let's, yeah, this is another section where I kind of had to learn that it was the press and hold E to get through here. And, yeah, that probably means I'm going to end up missing at least 1 or 2 items somewhere.
We'll move to Polis. Dad says he'll arrange a flat for us.
That sounds nice.
Because if not us, then who? A flat with a kitchen and a shower. Let's go, it turns here. It's not stable enough.
Okay. I'm fine with this. I'm also really hoping that there's not a sniper out here somewhere, because if there is, something bad will happen. And I don't really think we're equipped to get into a long-range gunfight like that.
Whoa, hear that?
Yes, I do. That probably is going to mean monsters. Alright. And anything over here in the bathrooms? Or what I assume are bathrooms. Nope, nothing there. Yes, and I heard it earlier too. Let's go out this way. Oh good, Watchman, wonderful. Let's go ahead and let's keep this door off to our side here. I do see one of you. Yeah, so if I'm doing a little bit of a comparison, because I think when I did the test run, it was just on like a normal level of difficulty. What happened was enemies were taking a ton of ammo to bring down. It was like 10 or 12 shots, because I think I'd very briefly tested... Oh, okay, V is my melee, that's good to know. I had very briefly tested a Ranger Hardcore run, and I realized they had done too many changes for me to be comfortable going in blind like that, without at least knowing the control scheme. And so yeah, they were taking a lot of ammo to bring down, but on the Ranger Hardcore test run I did, they actually were taking only a couple of bullets, and that was true for both our team and for most enemies that we were fighting, both people and mutant. So it's really interesting. It looks like they've kind of done the Stalker thing with the difficulty, where the higher difficulties mean everyone dies quicker, both enemy and friend. So I'll be really curious to see how this ends up going. And let's see, what is my time at? Okay, I need to swap my filter again. And let us... Oh, there's apparently something there. Okay. Yeah, that is the one issue with this... Oh dear. That's less than ideal. I don't really think we have the... I don't know how much ammo I have in my weapon right now, and I don't think there's actually a way to, like, check.
We're lucky the mutants hate each other as much as they hate us.
Yeah, so I don't want to get in any firefights I can avoid without knowing that I'm maxed on ammo.
The radiation and beasts are nothing special.
Oh yeah, and she was talking about there being... Oh, really? You could actually watch them populate there. You could watch them spawn. Yeah, definitely let them pass. So yeah, she was talking about how we're in a place that's listed as off-limits to one of the Hansa, I believe, is now one of the most powerful factions after the Nazis and the Communists got almost wiped out. Because they're the big merchant group. Yep, let's get moving, Anna.
Oh, is this why the zone is off-limits? I mean, if all the packs here are like that.
Alright, gonna just quick check in here for any ammo, any filters, anything at all. Okay, cool, so there's definitely something here. Oh, and it looks like we do still have our little detection indicator too, because that keeps going off when I'm like in darker areas. That's good to know. Alright, anything else? I really hope no hordes attack us, because again, I don't really think I have the capacity to do that, and they may have swapped the button, or I don't have any military grade rounds either. I don't remember if that's actually a part of this game or not. Kind of hope so, because I thought that was a neat idea, but I also know that we're going to be traveling to other locales. Alright, so Anna wants a boost. I think if we actually get close enough to her for that, she'll tell us to give her a boost up, but... Alright, now let's go ahead and do a jump. Perfect, and heave, Anna. Oh yeah, and then Artyom kicks that down because he's trying to climb it and use it as a brace. I will say, this game just looks phenomenal. I do hope that catching it at the 720p resolution that I think these videos are at... Oh. I do hope catching us at 720p does show off exactly how beautiful this game looks. But let's want to swap out for another filter. And now, let's go on up here.
Artyom, are you seeing this? I'm not just imagining things, right?
Nope, you're definitely not, Anna. It's a train. And it's a train on the surface.
A damn train on the surface!
You can see there's demons currently hanging out around here. Alright.
Shit, what do we do, Artyom? Should we catch up with it?
Probably not. I don't know about you. I don't think that I can outrun it. Oh! Yeah, and here's a vehicle, a load of people. Let's go ahead and hop up this way. Alright, Anna, go ahead and give me a hand. Or give you a hand, rather. Yeah, just said soldiers come on inside, and they were not our friends. We're going to find out where these assholes come from in a minute, but yeah, they were definitely not our friends in the Order. They were someone else entirely.
You should have checked first, assholes.
Thank God.
These people, they're Hansa, not the Order. Assholes. They did a number on you. Well, Dad will rip them a new one
Look,
for that.
what's going on in this Moscow of yours anyways?
Of yours? You're putting this like you're not from here.
We aren't. Our village is about 200 kilometers from here.
What village? You're not from Moscow?
Just a regular village. We came here to find the boy's father. Left for Moscow about a year ago and never came back. But then we got caught by these here.
You mean there's life outside?
Why wouldn't there be any? Sure, there are lots of bad places and lots of beasts around, but we still get by.
Artyom, you were right. People really do live out there. We didn't know. We thought we were the only survivors. God, we'll tell the whole metro about this. Hey, you people drove us halfway to nowhere.
They can handle it.
At least give them their masks back.
And our team was having none of that shit. That was a hell of a hook. Ouch. That's what you get for being a hero, our team. But, yeah, this scene, when I first saw it the first time, if I didn't already like our team quite a lot as a character, I liked him even more then. Because he did what, in my opinion, was the right thing to do. Alright, let's hope that there's a gas mask. And there is, perfect. How kind of them just to have one corpse down here that they left with a mask on, even if it's probably beat to hell. Alright, so, you can see we have that, like, weird blood red effect. I think that's something that they may have added in for this particular game. I think that's, like, just a heavier level of damage that doesn't necessarily recover over time. Or it may be that it recovers over time, but on this difficulty it doesn't, or something like that. Yeah, and you can see, this is apparently just like a straight-up murder pit these assholes have. So this is, of course, their healing tutorial. I believe it's still Q. Goes ahead and gives us that. I'm actually going to go ahead and take a second one. Oh, no, I don't... Do I not have a second one? No, I only have a first one. Okay. I was going to say, I think in one of the test runs I did, I think I had to take two, but maybe I hit it twice and the game counted it with only a single animation. I'm not sure. But, yeah, so these assholes have just a straight-up murder pit, and we're going to go sneak into the back of their base, because they still have Anna. And nobody's allowed to kidnap my wife, apparently. Kind of understandable. Alright, go crawling in this way. Sneaky, sneaky. Alright, let's... do I have... No, I don't even have a light, do I? Okay. So I just have that. I may have my lighter, I guess, if I found myself in a position where I needed it, but I don't think I have... Actually, let me, if I have a second, I'm going to try to check something. I want to see if I even have a, like, melee hit or anything, or if it's just my normal... Oh, okay, interesting. So I actually do have, like, an option to punch enemies. That's kind of cool. I do know that this game does bring back the old version, at least the one that was introduced in Last Light and then in both of the Redux. It does include both the stealth knockout and the stealth kill options for when you sneak up on people. Alright, so let's climb up here. We're going to make our way through an event, and we're actually going to go meet an ally of ours. Or really, it's not someone who's intended to be an ally. Yeah, you can see these guys are watching out for any more mutants that are coming through. And we're actually in the station that runs that train. You can see they have like a turntable or some sort of system like that to control where to point it. And this is their base, and we're going to find out who owns this base very, very soon. But first, yeah, we're going to go meet a erstwhile ally of ours. So, this individual, Yermak, is not really a fan of what's going on here. let's go ahead and meet him.
Straight for the ravine if you don't shut up. Now listen, if you come out of here, we won't accept this shit again. Okay?
Animals. How can they? What can I do? Mutant? Watchman! Human? How did you... Oh my god. It's you she's been screaming about. Alive!
Yeah, it's okay. I just took 2 bullets to the chest. It's fine.
All right.
Search around for any equipment here. Oh, hello. Perfect. I was gonna say, I definitely want a healer too.
Okay. They took the girl to the base chief for interrogation. I can't take you to the main entrance. Too many guards. But we may sneak in from the back. Let's go. Don't rush though. If they notice you, we're both done for.
Alright, so because we're actually getting on to another whole sequence of the game, I'm going to end this section here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Next time, we're going to be joining our friend Yermak, and we're going to be trying to go get Anna back. So thank you again, hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you next time.